So this is a big balloon, right? And I want to give this cup this balloon. All right? And this, from my heart, I really want to give this cup this balloon. Please, I'd like you to give me your attention. This is me. I truly want to give this cup this balloon. All right? Now I'm having a problem. There is a challenge between my generosity and the capacity of the cup. My generosity knows no bound, but the cup has limited capacity. If I insist that the balloon must go into the cup, what's the only option? What's the option left? Say it again. Two options. One, deflate it, or destroy it. Is that okay? What if the balloon is the wife or the man that God wants to bless you with, but this is how much capacity you have? And this is what is happening in marriages, where you join limited cup with an unlimited balloon. They come into marriage, certainly one thing will happen. That's where you start seeing this one, by virtue of the fact that this feels inferior, it will start deflating this one. Because I must reduce this one to my size. You're not getting what I'm saying. Let me warn you, never for the sake of the beauty of this glass, reduce yourself to fit into it. You will never be yourself again the moment you reduce yourself to get into this cup, because you've got to be deflated in order to fit in. Otherwise, you've got to be destroyed in order to fit in. Either way, you will never be the same again. And this is what is going on in many marriages today. You're having a situation whereby you have a husband whose mind capacity is several times bigger than the wife he has gone to marry. Now, he must shrink his thinking pattern to fit her thinking pattern. Condescension is what we call that. You also have women whose capacity are way beyond that of the men that they married, so they've got to be deflated to fit in, or destroyed to fit in. And if I try to deflate you and I'm not able to deflate you, that's when physical and verbal abuse begins. Because I must somehow reduce you to fit into me. Let me say this again. No matter how attractive the cup is, never, because of how attractive the cup is, deflate yourself or destroy yourself to fit into the cup. Can I say something? It's a beautiful cup, but not for you. Hello, sir. Thank you. Come. This is a beautiful cup. Somebody say, not for me. Listen, this is even too big. Can I get a pen? Hello, sir. It's called fit in. So tell the cup to go look for who fits in. But you're not going to shrink me in order to fit into you. You can't deflate or destroy me to fit into you, because once I fit into you, it is no longer me you have. It is a reason why nobody can recognize some of you after you're married. You're no longer in the altitude you belong to. You used to be a high flyer until you married a deflator. You've been so deflated now you can't function in the altitude you belong to. And when we are talking about you being this, we're not talking about you being pumped by pride. We're just simply saying this is who you are by design. To alter your design to fit into someone you don't fit into is to destroy your personality. Your uniqueness is your design. To alter my design to fit into you is to destroy my personality. And once you destroy my design, you destroy my personality. You may wed me, but you can't have me because you've destroyed me. Happy is the woman or the man that comes into your life and then you create. Watch this carefully now. This is what real marriage should look like. That I am this and I think I am big. Particularly for you, the woman. That you think you are this fantastic, you are big, you have a great dream, your design is amazing, only to come into the life of a man. Look at this. Who has so much space for you to grow. That in his space, you can become anything you want to become. Am I talking to somebody here? This is what proper marriage looks like. Ladies, find a man whose garden can swallow your size. Find a man whose mind capacity can swallow your size. And here's my little thought now. Let's reverse the pattern. Pastor Sunday, there's a little trick here now. There are some ladies who can survive in an environment designed for their growth. So God brings you into the life of a man whose space is big enough for you to grow. And instead of you to see the space for growth, you see how small you are. So in his life, you begin to feel inferior. An inferiority complex begins to drive you in the space of a man designed for your growth. And what that begins to do is that you begin to afflict the person, you begin to torment the person who was designed for your growth because of your small-mindedness. So you look at the space available rather than see the space, the capacity of the person you are married to. Rather than see the capacity as opportunity, you see the capacity as something that demeans you. It is the reason why that mindset will not make you grow in this place. And you know what that will do? That mindset will want to make you to shrink this one to your size. And it's psychological. And if the person you are married to is not careful, he married you this big, she married you this big. If the person is not careful, because the mindset of inferiority complex, an inferior mind has a way to manipulate. People who are inferior are highly manipulative. Before you know, you will not know when they start shrinking you. And if you are not a very intelligent person, you will wake up one day and find out that they've compelled you to become like them. Now, see, she's not jumping anymore. She feels all right. He feels all right here, but he's destroyed you. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So this is a small person coming into a big space, shrinking the space. It is also similar to the one that came big and was reduced small. Am I talking to somebody here? How many of you understand what I've just said so far? You need to be very watchful. There are 5 mindsets. Pastor Sunday kept talking about, where's the pen? Pastor Sunday kept talking about mindsets, and I thought it's important for you. Is it okay if I do that for you now? Fantastic. 5 mindsets, and I quickly want to talk to you about it. There's one we call scarcity mindset. There's what we call the growth mindset. There is what we call the abundance mindset. There's what we call beneficial mindset. And there's what we call kingdom mindset. These are 5 different kinds of mindset. And by the way, let me say this. Let me put it this way so you can get it. This is what we call mindset. and the mindset is in a man. Okay? Never forget what I'm about to tell you. You are your mindset. Number two, you are experiencing in life what your mind sets. What is attracted to you is set by your mind. Is the reason we call it mindset. If you don't like it, reset the mind. So there are people who have what we call scarcity mindset. For these kinds of people, or what we call fixed mindset, we're going to talk about fixed mindset. I can call that the sixth, fixed mindset. So there are individuals with scarcity mindsets. For these individuals, nothing is ever enough. So if you marry someone, if you are someone with an abundance mindset, you are a generous person. If you marry someone with a scarcity mindset, you will see that mindset in operation. Let me see. So can I have any of the protocol ladies, any of you, any of my ladies, come quickly. So, OJ, please come. So, OJ, can I have you, sir? So let's assume this is a couple, all right? The two of them see this person. Come closer, come close. They see this member of the church and they want to, and OJ was like, my God, I want to bless this guy in our church. And OJ, pull that all of that money out of your pocket. No, just pull what I just gave you now. Pull it out of your pocket. I just want to bless him. Madam, pull his hand back. No, pull his hand, pull his hand back. And collect the money from his hand. Count it. And then give him one. It's enough. That's what you give. Now, if an abundance mindset person marries someone with a scarcity mindset, money will always create problem in their marriage. They will always have conflict when it's time for generosity. Check it up. If you have abundance mindset and you're married to someone with scarcity mindset, your conflict will always be when there is time for giving. When it's time to help somebody. Because for the person with scarcity mindset, anything you are giving is reducing you. Anything you are giving is a loss. Someone with a scarcity mindset grew up with not enough. And every time the person spends a little, when the person had nothing, anytime the person spends little, the person must wait for a long time before something comes again. Are you getting what I'm saying here? That scarcity mindset will make the person never to always want to see liberality as something to practice. I'm trying to show you how that the person can be born again, but if that mindset is not renewed, that will be the point of conflict in your marriage. Because it's a mindset. Such a person cannot be around to see you say, you know what, baby, I just thought I should buy a suit. Shut up. What do you mean by buying a suit? Buy a suit for who? Now I want to buy a new suit for this person. How much? See, there is always numbers. How much? 250,000. What? Can't you give the person 50,000? Let the person go and find any suit of their level. No, but it's what I want to do. So conflict will always be around the point of generosity. See, I hope all of us who are planning to get married will take this to heart. And those of you who are married, I hope you begin to see where we have our conflicts. Number two, there is something called fixed mindset. Thank you, sir. Can I have my money back? You can share it among yourselves. Sir. Now, watch this carefully. He just gave them that kind of money. Scarcity mindset. Let me tell you something. You know, sometimes on Sundays, what you don't know, I was at the transmission company of Nigeria recently for 2 days. Sir, on the first day when I was going, there was a little money I saw on the table, and the Lord said, take that money with you. I'm just to go there, preach, come back. I'm not going to buy anything. The Lord said, take the money. So in my mind, I thought maybe I was going to give offering. When I got there, I was teaching, and I was making an illustration, and I gave somebody money, just a little token. I gave him money. And when I finished, a security guy, the Lord said, right there, whilst I was teaching, the Lord said, empty your entire pocket, give him. It was because of that guy I told you to bring money. That guy, it was like his world should just explode that day. The next day, I was coming and the Lord showed me there was a particular amount of money, minted in his park. And the Lord said, take that money. I said, God, what am I doing with this again? I got there and I was watching. And it was time for them to appreciate people who have been serving for a long time. And there's this woman who is an usher. They say anytime they give money, the ministry money, they give it to her hand, you will come back and find the money the way it is. And she's doing ushering. So when they called her for award, I was to give her the award. If you see the way she was dancing, others just came, collect the award and went. But when they called her for award, the woman was just dancing and dancing. The Lord said, take that entire money, give it to her. I think it's about 100,000 or so thereabout, or 50, I can't remember now. Give it to her completely. That woman was like she was going to enter the ground. I said, ma'am, the Lord told me to bring this here. It's because of you. Now, here is the point. For somebody, wow, why did you lose that kind of money? I'm not losing. Let me give you a testimony to that effect. Somebody saw that there was a time, if you know, sometimes I'll just come to church. If God puts it on my heart, I come with. If not, I come. If you come close to me, nothing, you will not get anything. So, somebody noticed that. Somebody called me one day and brought me a bag. And guess what, sir? They were minted money. Monies in packs. And he gave them to me. I said, sir, what is this? He says, sir, I noticed that you always give money. He said, I thought I should make money available for you to give. For those with abundance mindset, they don't give because they have. They give because they just believe that somehow there is a way to come back to them. And check such kind of people, they always get bigger. They always get multiplied. Have you noticed that it is people in the scarcity section, when they see people flowing from the abundance mindset, they'll say, see what they are doing with money. See what they're. Now, it's not about the money. It's the fact that you're a thief. That's the same thing with Judas. When Judas saw a woman with abundance mindset, she carried an alabaster box worth 1 year's salary of a Jew. And she carried it in one service. She broke it on her master's feet. For the fact that God used it to bless me, I pour this fragrance, 1 year worth salary. I give it to you in one service. Somebody said, why did she do that? She could have given it to the needy. The Bible said not because he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief. So sometimes you hear people be talking about, oh, look at that now. They just gave him that. Why would they give him that kind of a car? Can't they use that money to give to the poor? Ask the person talking, how much have you given to the poor? Must the rich become poor in order to help the poor? So Dangote now should start joining bosses in order for him to be a Nigerian. And I don't get that. So here's the point. Your mindset controls the outcomes of your life. Pastor said that so much. Now, there are people with what we call growth mindset. People with growth mindset are people who always see room for improvement. They don't have a fixed mindset. You know, people with fixed mindset, this is me. You know, what you see is what you get. I can't change. You know, that's the way I talk. You know, that's me. It's just me. Can you change? Hello. Can you change to? Can you change to? Say. Everybody says. No sh. Say so, not show. Say Sokoto, not Shokoto. Okay. Somebody say fixed mindset. The moment they start the class, because you feel embarrassed that you are learning, what is all this rubbish? I mean, everybody should talk the way they feel. It's not everybody should talk. This Shokoto will cut you out of some places. Are you getting what I'm saying here? Somebody say, I can grow. Talk to me, say, I can grow. Say, there's room for growth. Are you aware that one of the major characteristics of life is growth? The moment you stop growing, you start dying. Lack of growth is the proof of death. The proof of life is growth. The presence of death is the absence of growth. So if in the last few months you can't point where you have grown, you've been dying. So growth mindset. There are people who have growth mindset. They're always looking for something new to learn. I can learn how to play keyboard. I'm trying to learn how to play keyboard now. There is no age for a person with a growth mindset where studies is too much. There is no such thing, I'm too old to learn. I'm too old to go back to school. I'm too old to learn. How many of you know Mommy Adejumo? I'm sure you know she's a student now in the university. Am I correct? She's learning. A student of law. At this age, Obasanjo went back to school when he finished presidency. Am I correct? Here's the point I'm making. They have what? Are you aware that Obasanjo has been invited all over the world now to come and present leadership lectures? I was in Houston when some people the lady organizing the conference for him had to leave me in Houston to fly to Maryland because Obasanjo was coming the next day. They wanted me to be in the meeting, but I was going somewhere else. At this age, he's jumping all over the place, delivering lectures. Why? He has what? You become irrelevant if you don't have a growth mindset. You can lose your relevance in life and significance if you don't have a growth mindset. And then we have people who have what we call beneficial mindset. Beneficial mindset are people who always think about what to do to add value to other people. Now, don't forget this, please. People with beneficial mindset, they always do things. They always plan for others. They create for others. They develop for others. Who are the people with beneficial mindset? Can anybody give me an example of beneficial mindset that has developed things for others? Tony Elumelu, fantastic. Who else? Mark Zuckerberg, fantastic. Facebook. Larry Page. Bill Gates. These are people not with growth mindset. They have beneficial mindset. People, when they sit down, they are thinking of creating vaccines, creating products, things to make life easier, things to make life faster, smoother, things to make processes, things to make services to be better. They are always thinking about others. Most billionaires are here. Did you get what I'm saying? Once your mind is about solving problems for people, you are pushing yourself this way. This is where billionaires are. Did I help you here today? That's where, if you want to become a multi-millionaire, consistent millionaire, stop thinking about self, start thinking about benefit. Create things for people. Provide solutions for people. Render service to a larger audience. The more people patronize you, the more people use your product, the more money you make. The more people you add value to you, the more your life becomes enhanced. Your income becomes enhanced. All right? Now, there's something we call the kingdom mindset. In the kingdom mindset, we're saying whether it's fixed mindset or whether it's abundance mindset or whether it's growth mindset, a kingdom person always thinks this way. Everything God gives me, everything God does through me is all for his glory and it's all for the advancement of his house. Now watch this carefully. You see these people here. It sounds simple what I'm telling you. People who always say to themselves, Father, whatever you will give me is for your glory. Whatever you will do through me is for your glory. Whatever you will bless me with is for the advancement of your kingdom. People who are always saying, Father, give me Samuel and your kingdom will have a prophet. Such people end up with more than Samuel. People who are always thinking about advancing God's kingdom, checks. Listen, I'm not saying they say it. They show it. That look, something, God's house needs something. There's something that's going to, their minds are always about God's house. David, he said, I have set my mind to build the house of God. That's my mindset. He said, everything you see me doing, everything I'm gathering, all the monies I'm gathering, it says for the building of the temple. That was why David was not just a wealthy man, an extraordinary wealthy man. Anyone whose mind is obsessed with God's kingdom never lacks resource. If, watch this, look up. If you begin to say, Father, give me products that people will use. And Lord, as you bless me with such a product, part of the money I will use for missions, for sponsoring children, for missions work, supporting missionaries, helping the widows. Once your mind goes towards, Lord, bless me, and I will use it to change people's lives for your glory and for your kingdom to be advanced, you have already signed out of the bottom of the valley where poor people stay. If you sustain that mindset for a long time, that mindset will push you out of the valley to where you belong. Nobody holds such a mindset and stays in the valley. Everyone who is thinking about what to do to add value to people in order to advance God's kingdom, they come out of the valley. It's always like that. There is how far God can promote you. If your mindset is about self, your family, and it's all about your own achievement, there's a limit to how much God can advance you. But the day you sign up to advance God's kingdom beyond your own personal empire, you'll sign up for something great. That mindset, sir, is operating in some people. There are young people, sir, whose mindset have been taken over by kingdom. Some of them came to sit down with me here recently, sir. They are launching something called a kingdom coin, and they are pushing it in the Bitcoin, in the crypto world. They've done something like that already. The millions that came in and what they started using it to do, I won't mention their names. There are certain men of God, you are hearing them here all over the place. They are all over the place like they've stolen social media. They came to explain how all of that happened. A pastor who does not know will just think it's prayer that got them there. These young people say, Father, give us a concept, and God gave them a Bitcoin concept. Sir, when they pushed it out within a short time, it brought in millions of dollars. What are they using it for? Advancement of the kingdom. They want to launch something new, and they said, look, there's only one person they want to come and sit down with. They want to talk with me. And they just wanted me to counsel them and stuff like that. So they came to church here. And you can see in their heart, the Bitcoin is not their focus. The kingdom is their focus. The Bitcoin is the means. When God sees that, Father, bless me with a husband so that together we can raise children who will be arrows for your kingdom. That's the day you have made a request that will secure your husband. Not, Father, give me a six-pack, broad chest. Give me a lady that, if it's all about you, it's a limited way to talk. Father, give me the job. Lord, if you give me that job, or when you give me that job, I will use that platform to advance your kingdom. The day kingdom becomes your mindset, heaven becomes committed to you. Thank you so much. God bless you.